The ideas that interest me are the huge, massive, tectonic, epic, and most important ones. I believe that I have the very biggest idea in the history of the internet world. It will change everything on the net and in the real world, and is the makings of a multi-trillion-dollar business, the world's largest company, largest employer, and its most valuable asset. Historical fortunes, and it assures America's economic supremacy and prosperity for centuries. I offer the following chapter number 1, introduction, full reveal pitch in support of that proposition. My challenge is to win you over before losing you, because the idea and its ramifications are quite complicated and quite long to explain. For maximum enjoyment, please suspend your disbelief and indulge my grandiosity. It's as important as anything you will ever hear, but you may not know it for a while because it takes some time to really sink in. If it works, it might be one of man's very greatest leaps forward and the greatest story ever told. From the book of Genesis, a creation story. In the beginning, man created the internet, and it was expanding and infinite, much like the human mind and the universe itself. But the internet was nowhere, without appearance, unseeable, invisible, intangible, unmapped, and without shape, form, or place. Like a ghostland of disassembled destinations, it simulated nothing. Then a voice was heard to say, like a virtual Big Bang, let the internet be made over in the image and likeness of the earth and the universe. Lay the internet out over the earth so that it be made visible, and to give it form, place, reference, permanence, proximity, and suitability for ownership. Let the net and the earth be joined together by a common map, and thus be made as useful to the people as the earth itself. Give everything on the net a location on top of the earth's image, so that it may be seen and found, and to make use of the mind's great natural navigational abilities. Let the birth of this new virtual real-world realm and existence with perfect order, where there is a place for everything and everyone, replace current internet chaos, become its visual and working form and infrastructure, and create the optimal platform for all future net innovation, and make possible new ways for our minds to be connected. The biggest things to happen on the net have not happened yet. There are still ridiculous additional efficiency gains to be realized from a still very immature internet. Because this is the net's ultimate highest and best use, because it is obvious, inevitable, certain to be, and because perfection is like black hole gravity. In the famous words of Ross Perot, you will hear a giant sucking sound of everything currently on the net being drawn into this space. It will be like owning the earth, because own this map, own the net. Own the net, own the world. This is the way. The future is very virtual. A new kind of virtual world, and sometimes existence as a virtual citizen with a virtual life, in a virtual civilization with a virtual identity, virtual property, virtual work, virtual education, virtual play, virtual relationships, virtual rules and laws, virtual currency, virtual institution, and virtual everything, all equally as meaningful and satisfying as real life. Not a substitute life, but an irresistible, important, and empowering, sometimes alternative life. To create ownership of a very real place in a virtual world, let each man have his fair portion of this new net world, so that he may put it to work for his betterment. Let these fair portion parcels be known as virtual real estate, in the form of smart lots with built-in everything, and carry with them the same bundle of rights and benefits of ownership as does real estate in the real world, thus encouraging